FL200 is a system which manages the payment of parking on the street. It was invented, patented and produced by the Verona-based company Intercomp, and it is distributed exclusively by Smart Parking Systems, which has revolutionized the management of payment for parking on the street. By means of wireless sensors, which are to be placed at each parking spot, FL200 offers an incredible amount of advantages, both for users and for companies adopting the system. The task of installing a sensor requires just a few minutes, and they only take a few seconds to activate. Due to the sensor's special battery, they are guaranteed to run for over 5 years. The FL200 is a totally computerized system. All the information collected by the sensors and all the payments one has made are transmitted by a server and memorized in a database at the Telecom Italia Internet Data Center, which guarantees the maximum level of safety and dependability. Now let's take a closer look at the advantages for the users. To park one's vehicle, the only thing the user has to do is take a mental note of the occupied spot number, and then digit the number on the parking meter before inserting money. So far, this is not very different from normal parking meters, but from here onwards there is a whole series of outstanding advantages. You can pay at any parking meter you want, even in different parts of town, where the rates are different from where you parked. If the township allows, for accomplishing quick tasks you will have free time during the initial period after arrival. Such quick stops will be certified, and the officials in charge will be able to monitor them. The user will not need to return to the vehicle to display the receipt, since one can simply put it in one's pocket or wallet. And there is another exceptional advantage. Indeed, if you need to extend your parking time, it is possible to do so from any parking meter throughout the city without having to return to your vehicle. The only thing you have to do is digit the transaction number of your receipt onto a parking meter. Make a new payment and take the new receipt. You can check how much vacant parking space is available on the streets and in the squares of the city by consulting posted electronic panels. The user can solicit information regarding the availability of vacant parking spaces on specific streets or in specific squares which are nearby, and this is done by merely sending an SMS. One enjoys the possibility to pay in several ways, using coins, rechargeable smart cards, consumption smart cards, SMS messages and smart cards for particular user categories, such as residents or, for example, salespeople. By analyzing the data in real time and around the clock, the managing company can be informed on the conditions at parking lots, including data such as real-time turnover, the rate of occupation, the rate of rotation, controls that have been carried out, and all the data can be furnished according to the parameters set to satisfy one's specific needs. For the purpose of carrying out controls, people in charge will use a PDA equipped with GPRS or better connection, as well as a portable printer with Bluetooth. Directly from the PDA, the people in charge will indicate the reason for not sending a fine, which will give sufficient data access to the authorities for them to make extremely detailed analysis. Among the payment methods, in addition to using coins or a smart card, we have introduced consumption payment, which can be done in two ways. One way is motivated by frugality, and the other by practicality. For frugal users, those who want to save the most money, avoiding waste and the risk of a fine, it is possible to use a time card, which allows the user to pay the exact amount of parking time. It's very easy to use. All you have to do is insert the card in the specific slot on the parking meter, digit the number of the occupied spot and press the OK button. The parking meter will submit a receipt indicating the latest legal deadline according to the credit on your time card. Before picking up one's vehicle, it is sufficient to reinsert the time card in any parking meter and press the OK button. Parking time will be over and a receipt will be printed with all the relevant data on it, including the cost of the consumed parking, as well as how much credit is left on the card. For maximum practicality, it is possible to use time SMSs. Have your own GSM cell phone become your personal parking meter. All you need to do is purchase a time SMS recharge costing 10, 20 or 50 euros, and after having scratched off the protection film covering the recharge code, you send an SMS to the number given. You will see a welcome SMS confirming the activation of the system, and from that moment onwards, without registering or giving any personal data, you'll be enabled to carry out the payment of consumption parking. It will be sufficient to send an SMS with the number of the occupied spot in order to start the parking time. The system will confirm your activation by sending you an SMS showing the data and time of the maximum allowed parking time, according to the amount of credit you have left. When you have sent an empty message, that will end your parking time. A new SMS message giving data on your parking time, the money indebted to your card, and your remaining credit will confirm that your paid parking time is over. There will also be a number code, which, when inserted onto a parking meter, will allow you to receive a printed receipt. One can also activate smart cards for special user categories, with personalized tariffs. Smart parking systems is the final solution for the management of street parking payment.